Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Good evening everyone. Please post a message hi if you are already there in the present so that I can understand who are all there for the session. Paresh, Prime Gaming, Ayush Prajapati. People are trying to join. Let's wait for 1-2-3 minutes. Okay. Meanwhile, if you are present, please say hi so that I can understand you are all there. No other messages, please. Just say hi. All right. Prime Gaming people are joining. We'll wait for 2 more minutes. After that, we'll start. Prime Gaming, what's your name? We'll start in a minute. Hello, Shahjahan, are you still there? Sorry. All right, then let's start. Hello everyone. Number of participants needs to be less. Maybe they will join eventually. Anyway, let's start. Prime Gaming. I hope all others are there. Who are all there? Ayush Prajapati. Let's start. I hope you already have the link for Scratch mit.edu. Link is pinned in the comment. You can click over there. Today we are going to do a game. Let me show you that game. So this is the game, a ping pong game. Let's see what happened when I am pressing the green flag. So using the mouse pointer, I am changing the direction of the slider here. You can see that whenever it is touching, I am getting a point. Once I cross 0.5, I moved to next level. You can see that backdrop is changed and the point goes up. And what will happen if I am not touching the ball at all? Let's see. Ball is taking a lot of time to come back. The moment it touches the red bar, game got stopped. Okay, so this is the game we are going to do today. Alright, I hope everyone is into the game. Let's start the game. Alright, so as usual we'll have to go to the link scratch.mit.edu. After that, go to create. Okay, I hope all of you knows what is this step is. Go to create. Once create is clicked, you will be seeing a window like this, which you already seen in the lot of blocks over here, and this is the program editing window, and this is the backdrop or the main place where we'll be seeing the output of our program, and there are options to select the sprite and the backstage. All right, let's begin. So what do we want to do? We want to see what happens when the ball is bouncing and when the slider is moved with the help of a mouse pointer. This is the game we are going to do. Okay, so we'll start with the ball. Okay, what is the ball supposed to do? Ball has to move randomly, and there is a sequence for that too, even though it is random. So let's see that. So first of all, we need a sprite like a ball. You can select any sprite that is suitable. Let's take basketball. All right. Okay, and we will choose one backdrop. So in this case, I'll go to moon. Let's take moon. Okay, there is a basketball here. All right. And let's see what will happen when we are putting our motion command here, move 10 steps. Okay, and I'm putting move 10 steps. You can see that the ball has moved 10 steps. Now I'll take the control forever and I'll put this and I press this. See what is happening? It gone, but not forever. The moment it touches the edge, it is got stopped. Okay, you can see this once again. The moment it touches the boundary, it got stopped. But what we wanted in reality, it has to be bounce back, right? How can we make it bounce back? What do you think of that? Can you look for some of the blocks that will enable the basketball to bounce back? Look in different blocks and see whether you can get that. There is a block called if on edge bounce, which is in the motion block itself. Can you figure out that? I am going to the motion block, going down. I should see somewhere here if on edge bounce. Okay, let me put that here and let me run this code now. Okay, pressing here, you can see that the ball is constantly going sideways, but actually what we wanted is that a random bouncing, right? Not only a sideways alone. How can we do that? Before we go to that step, let everybody do this and let me know if somebody did it, and please say yes. Excellent, Prime Gaming, turn 45 degrees. Yes, we can do that. So there is a command called point in direction. You can see that in the motion block itself, there is a command called point in direction. Drag and drop here and make that, say, now it is 90 degrees, make it 45. To control that, I am putting an event flag also, putting this. Let's see how it is happening now. Now see how it is moving. Now it is started to bounce off randomly whenever it is touching the walls or the edges, right? Not randomly, actually it is bouncing in 45 degree. So let's see how it is happening. Okay, so initially what we took is that we took the block called move 10 steps and we put that in the forever loop, then we saw that it is constantly moving. The moment it touches the edges, what is happening? It stops there. So there is a command called if on edge bounce. So it would be bounce exactly backwards. Wherever it touches, it bounces backward. At that time we saw that it is bouncing sideways only, right? To stop that, there is an option, this command called point in direction. Okay, so initially when the ball was here, it was pointing towards this direction, 90 degree it was. Now I made it 45 degrees. So initial direction will be 45 degrees. So that's where it starts. Then it is entering into forever loop, and it started to move 10 steps each time. And whenever it reaches the edge, you know what is happening. It is bouncing back. Beautiful, right? Now it started to bounce back randomly in a nice manner, which is exactly what we wanted for our game. Let's see our game once again and see how is it happening. You can see that ball is randomly moving, right? You can see the ball moves like this. Now in our program we have achieved that. The moment we touch the green flag, you can see that it is randomly moving and touching the edges. Perfect. So let me wait for 1 minute, so that meanwhile you can do this activity on your computer. Once done, please press yes or done, so that I can understand that some of you are doing this. Okay, Prime Gaming, happy to see that you are done. All right, so let's move forward. Shall we do the next step? What is the next step? We want to make our slider also, right? Let's go with the slider then. Okay. So any sprite will do. It does not need to be exactly what I have selected. This is a line. Line seems to be very big. Okay, here we have paddle. That is the thing which we are using. Paddle, right? So we want to move this paddle right and left, right, whenever I am pointing the mouse like this. So how we can do that? Here there is a command by set x to 59. This is right now the position of x is 59 only. If I am putting 100, you can see that how it is moving. Okay, I put set x to 100. See, it is moving. If I am putting minus 200, let's see where it is going to be. It is moving. So according to the coordinate system, it moves. But every time we cannot type this, right? What we wanted is that according to the mouse movement, it has to move. According to the mouse movement, that particular x value it has to take, right? So for that, there is an option in sensing. Okay, what is that option? Mouse x. So what is the value it is taking from here? Set x to one particular number of x, right? So that number what we wanted exactly is the mouse pointer ka x value. So I am going to sensing block. From there I am taking mouse x and I am putting it here. All right, now it will take the mouse value only. Okay, but it has to happen. See, when I am moving the mouse, it is not happening now, right? It has to happen forever, not only once. It has to repeatedly happen whenever I am moving the mouse. So for that purpose, we will go to control, we will select forever block and we will put our initial block this inside it. Now see what is happening. Whenever I am moving my mouse, you can see that it is moving, right? It is moving horizontally, sideways, right ways as well as left ways. Right and left, right and left. This is exactly what we wanted, right? Whenever I move my mouse towards right, it should be moving towards right. Whenever I'm moving my mouse towards left, it should be moving towards left, right? And let's do that. But to trigger that, we need a switch, right? For that, we'll go to events and we'll go for when green flag is clicked. So unless and until I click the green flag, it will not start now. The moment I click green flag, you can see that it is moving. Along with that, our ball is also moving, right? But you can see that ball goes directly through the paddle. Anyway, that is our next concern that we will address. Right now, focus on this part. The moment I click green flag, the paddle should move right and left according to the movement of the mouse, right? So you may make this program on your computer and press done on the chat box. I'll be waiting for your response. Make slider to make ball bounce. Doing it. Okay, Prime Gaming, got it. Great, Prime Gaming. You're so fast. Alright, so we want to do the next step. Let's do it. How shall we do that? Any idea? When we had the ball, we were having one option. What is that option? If on edge, bounce. But if you go to this block 0, do you see if on slider bounce? Okay, there is an option if on edge bounce, but I don't see an option if on slider bounce. That option is not there. How will we handle this? Okay, let's do that part then. So here is my ball. So what we want to do is that if the ball is touching the slide, it has to bounce, but that option is not there, so that we will use another option. All right, so let's go for that. So we know that if something has to be triggered, that triggering is nothing but if. Whenever or if ever it is the ball is touching the slider, the ball has to bounce back. So I am selecting the ball sprite, I am selecting if block, then touching is something related to sensing block, right? Then I'll go to sensing block, then touching here, but here it is touching mouse pointer. That is not the case. What we want paddle, right? Whenever it touches the paddle, what it is supposed to do, it has to bounce, but I don't see any option of bounce anywhere here. If you search here also, you won't see that. What will you do? Bounce is nothing but turning 180 degree, right? So for that purpose, I'll go to motion block and go to move, not move, move is the wrong thing, turn by 180, go for 180. Let's see what happens. Here also to trigger that, I will go for when green flag is clicked. Alright, let's see how it is happening now. Oh, it is not working. Prime Gamer, can you tell me why it is not working? It is going through it. The reason is that it is checking this condition. If at all paddle is touching the ball, ball is touching the paddle, this condition satisfies, but it happens only once. Thereafter it is not happening. So here also we have to go to control and take forever. Inside forever we have to put this. Now let's try what's happening. See, it is bouncing beautifully, right? Prime Gamer, since only you are there. Okay, we have some more people here. Okay, Anurag, I can repeat. Scratch screen is not there. Alright, okay, fine, got it. Let me check that. Alright, I hope the screen will come soon. Please wait for a second, it will come. Somehow it got switched to the other window. Okay, Vijay noted, Anurag also noted. Screen will come visible in a second or so. I hope the screen is visible now. Can anyone confirm? Prime Gaming, Vijay Anurag. Can anyone confirm whether the screen is visible? Okay, Prime Gaming. Anurag, do anybody want me to repeat this step? Please type repeat. I'll repeat the steps. Okay, Ayush, thank you for the reply. Anurag, Ayush, Prime Gaming, does anybody want me to repeat this? If no, press type no. Okay, thank you Prime Gaming for the response. What about others? Ayush and Anurag? Okay, fine, perfect. Alright. If at all, if you want me to repeat, let me know. Okay. So till this step it is fine, right? I'll quickly repeat still. Alright. So what we were doing, we wanted the ball to randomly move. For doing that step, what we did do? We went for this move 10 steps. Okay. Then we put that in a forever loop. Once that was on forever loop, we saw that the ball is started to move right or left, right only. The moment it touches the edge, it stopped moving. So there was a block called if on edge bounce. So we utilize that block and we put that inside the forever loop. Then we have seen what is happening there. Let me show you that. It was not happening at that time. Initially the ball was facing 90 degrees. So always ball goes here and it touches, it goes to the okay, I changed it. Okay, now only the screen will be visible. So I'll repeat once again. Initially we went with this step, move 10 steps, and we can see that the ball has moved 10 steps towards right side, and when we put that inside the forever loop, we saw that the ball has moved towards right, but the moment it touches the edge, it stops there. That's how it is designed. So there was a block called if on edge. So if on edge, I put that inside here. Then we saw that it goes, it bounced back. And since it was inside the forever loop, it kept on going like this. But that was not the movement we were looking for. We wanted it to bounce like this randomly and comes like this, right? For that purpose, there is a command called point in direction. Point in direction. It was bit down, point in direction, which I dragged. By default, it was 90 degree. Okay. So I took that, I put that to 45 degree. Now you can see that it is 45. So it started to move 45 degree. Whenever it touches, it bounced back like this. So that random movement we started to get. You can see that now. It randomly goes here, right? This is how we got that movement. After that, we wanted the paddle to touch this ball. So how we know how the paddle moves, right? How the paddle will move. If you go to move motion block, and set x2. If I am putting set x2 and putting 60 See what's happening. It moves to 60. If I am putting that into say 300, see what's happening. It goes there. If I am putting minus 200, if I am putting minus 200, see what's happening. It won't like. So based on the x coordinate, the slider will move. But all the time I cannot keep on give the number by typing, right? It has to move according to the mouse pointer. That is the point. So there what I do is that in the sensing block I have something called mouse x. It will fetch the mouse x value of the mouse and I can put it here. Hi Sanvi, expected you to join on time. Anyway, you can pick it from here. So set x to mouse. So after that you can see that it started to move according to the movement of the mouse. But it has to happen continuously. For that purpose I put that in the forever loop and I connected with, see what happens now. Forever it is moving according to the movement of the mouse. Whenever I am moving my mouse pointer, you can see it is moving. But I wanted triggering point to start. So I put that under when the green flag is clicked. Now you can see whenever I am putting the green flag, it is moving. Alright. But there was a problem. What was the problem? I am at the paddle thing. I hope you understood. Everybody understood this. Whenever it is moving, it bounce backs. There was a command called E for edge bounce. So ball started to bounce. You can see that now ball is bouncing. And if I come to paddle, you can see that how the paddle is moving. Set x to mouse x. So paddle's x value will, y value remains same wherever it was, y value remains same, y means vertical value remains same, but x keeps on changing. How the x is changing? It depends on the where the mouse is. Accordingly that slider or the paddle will move, and I put that under a forever loop, so it moves continuously. To trigger that I put when the green flag is clicked. Now you can see how it is moving. Okay. Ball is also moving randomly and the slider moves according to my movement of the mouse, right? But you can see that the ball moves directly through the slider. That's not what we wanted, right? Ball moves directly through the paddle. That's not we wanted. So we want to make a program that whenever ball touches the slider or paddle, it has to bounce. But unfortunately, there is only one bounce option is there. What is that bounce option? If on edge bounce, it does not say that if on paddle will bounce. So how shall we make it bounce? That is a question. Alright, let's address that question now. So if ever, so what is the condition? If the ball touches the slider, so I am going to control and taking if, okay, and touching the ball, that is the condition. So you know that touching comes in the sensing block. So I am going and dragging and dropping here, putting inside the if loop. You can see that touching the mouse pointer, that's the command it says. But that's not what we want. We want paddle. Whenever the ball touches the paddle, it has to bounce. But there is no command called bounce. You don't see that command called bounce. But instead we have a command called turn. Go to turn and select say 180 degree. Okay. To trigger that, I am putting this event green flag. Now let's see how it is moving now. Still it's not working. Why? It is because if is working only once. It just checked and it started, once it checked and it stopped checking after that. It has to happen continuously, right? If something has to happen continuously, which block we need to take? We need to go to control and forever. Inside the forever block, we'll put it here. Let's see the magic now. See, it started to bounce back. can see interesting bouncing when it is touching on the side of the slider also. Let me see if that is possible to show. Anyway, whatever we wanted to achieve, we are achieving now. It is bouncing back, and we are able to make it bounce with the help of slider. Alright, those who have not done this much, please do that. After that, we will take it. Okay, again I missed the screen part. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll repeat the things. I don't know why it is happening. I will come back. Give me a second. Okay, no problem. Will come hereafter. All right. All right. All right. Thank you everybody for the feedback. I'll quickly repeat what I said just now. So we were at the ball screen, right? What we have done is that in the case of ball, we started with this command, move 10 steps. So we have seen that ball has moved 10 steps. When I put that inside forever loop, you can see that it moves and it went somewhere now. That's all right. Okay, I'll put set x to 0 so that I hope it will come back. Okay, our ball is here. Okay, so we put that point in direction also I'll show so that those who join late also will understand. Point in direction, yes. Okay, I'm just quickly repeating what is happening. I have taken the steps, move 10 steps forward and put that inside the forever. You can see that it is moving and touching. Whenever it touches that ball, it stopped moving. We wanted to continuously this to happen. For that purpose, we want to have a command called whenever it touches edges, it should bounce. Okay, where is that? If on edge, bounce. So I am putting that here. If on edge, it bounce back. You can see that it is moving back and forth now. But this is not the motion we wanted to have. It has to go up and down. All sort of motion has to be done, right? So why we are seeing this? Because here now you can see that ball is straight and it is pointing towards right direction. That is 90 degree. We need to change that to 45 or so that the ball direction will change something like this. So that wherever it hits here, thereafter it bounces back. So that is the command here I am having. I will show you that now. I am running that. Now you can see that it is bouncing back beautifully in random position. It's not random actually, but it's a feeling a viewer will get. Randomly it is going, and whenever it is hitting the edges, it is bouncing back. Prime gaming, we can do a lot of stuff. Since these are all the beginning classes, we are doing some simple steps. As we progress, we will increase the difficulty level and we can do a lot of other steps as well. Scratch class will go at least 5 to 6 sessions. As we progress, we will increase our pace of class also. At that time, we will see all the possibilities. Okay, so this command is running, and since I want a trigger point, I went to this green flag and I am showing that, and you are seeing that it is moving. And next thing what we did is that we went to paddle, and we wanted a paddle to move according to the movement of x. So I went to move set x2. So this is a command I took. You can see that whenever I am putting a ball here and say I am putting this 100, okay, and just running that command alone, you can see that this is moving. When I am putting 200 here, you can see where the slider is. If I am putting minus 200, you can see where the slider is going to come. Okay, so move x. So the movement of the slider is now connected with that command, but we wanted to connect with the movement of mouse point. So there is a something called mouse x. Okay, mouse x. So I am dragged and dropped here. So hereafter it will start to move according to the, it will capture the what is the coordinate of the mouse pointer, x coordinate of the mouse pointer, and it will take that. So that command I have taken, I put that inside the forever loop. Now you can see that the mouse pointer is moving, and along with that the slider is also moving. Alright, but there was another problem. When we did this, the ball was going it directly through this, directly through the slider. There was no mechanism to bounce it back. For making it bounce, we are using this block. What is that? If we have taken this if block from the control block, if block is drag and drop, touching the paddle. So touching the paddle comes from the sensing block. Touching the mouse pad is the mouse pointer is the default setting, which I selected to paddle and dragged and dropped on top of it. Touch. After touching, what it is supposed to do? After touching, what is supposed to do? It has to turn 180 degrees. That is equivalent to bounce only. Let's see what is happening. If I am putting the green flag over here, and you can see that. Sorry. I am putting here forever. I put that in the forever block so that forever it will happen. Let's see now. It is touching and bouncing back. Right? So this is also we achieved. Right? What we want next is whenever it touches the bottom, or when we fail to capture it, that means when the ball touches the bottom, game should be stopping, right? So let's do that step now. So we will go for a new sprite. There is something called line. You may simply type line. So we got line here. All right, I will drag and drop here line, and we can do the rest of the program. But before that, I'll wait for a minute so that those who are not done, they can do this program on their computer. This is the blocks for basketball. And this is the block for the paddle. And you may do that. So let's go to the plan for when it is touching the line. What shall we do? I hope you remember there was a command called stop all. Do you remember that? There was a command called stop all. Where is it? Yeah. We need to stop all. When it has to happen, I am taking the line, okay? Okay, when, if the line is touched by the ball, right? So we will go to control and drag if, okay, touching comes from the sensing block, right? We will go to sensing and touching we have taken, and if the line, we are now taken the sprite line, right? And when we are taken this with basketball, what we need to do? Stop all right, and to trigger that we will put events and green flag. Let's see now what is happening. It is touching the slider, so it is going up. It is touching again, it's going up. Let's see what happens when it is not touching. Oh, it's still not working. Can anyone tell me why it is not stopping? We already seen the reason in another sprite. It is taking only once, only if condition is runs only once. It has to run continuously, right? So we will have to put under forever. Forever it has to run. Let's see now what is happening. The moment it touches the light, it got stopped. Again, if I am touching it, stopped. So ball has to start. If the ball is already here, it will not come back when I am pressing the green flag. I mean, see this case. Sometimes it is not coming back, it is getting stuck there itself. In such cases, we have to write the program for ball to set some random places of here. Whenever green flag is touched, set ball to some x and y coordinate, like so top, which is not touching that red line, okay, which I am not writing here now. Somebody may be come into that phase, so at that time you should not get confused. I am showing the line command once again, so that those who want to do it along with me can do it. Okay, Ayush, thank you. Okay, Anurag, I am seeing a suggestion. We can try that also. Nothing wrong in it. Okay. All right. Now we want to put some other features as well, right? What we want to do? We want to add scores, and we can add some more features. What are these features? As of now, it is turning by 180 degree, right? How about we make this 180 means it's always predictable. We know where the movement is. I mean, our mind will very quickly predict that, even if you have noticed it. We know that whenever it is clicked, it will move something like this. To make it more smoothly, we have something called in operators. There is a block called pick random. Pick random. Okay, pick random. You can put it here. Pick random any value from say 90 to 180. See what happens now. It started to show different behavior, right? See, now put some other fancy numbers too. Let's see what happens now. Now it can be anywhere, right? See, it has now entered in a loop, but since there is option to change the angle, it is changing. So that is one way of making the game little more interesting. So what we need to do in the operators block, we have something called pick random. Pick random from, so I am giving a value between 20 and 180. So randomly it will pick an angle between 20 and 180, and it will start rotating based on that. Alright, and to make it a little more interesting, we can have something like, let's put some sound. Play sound. Okay, we'll put this here. Where? Okay, let's see what's happening now. Whenever it is touching here, it is giving a sound. I don't know whether you are able to hear the sound. When sound is added, it has become a lot more interesting, right? Now let's add some more functionality, that is for a game something very important, which is nothing but score. Okay, so let's add score. For that we need to have a variable. We'll go to variable, we'll make a new variable and we will name it as score. Okay, now you can see that score 0 is visible here. Okay, and we need to increase the score, right? So how can we increase the score? There is something called change score, variable change score. Yeah, okay, we will go here. Whenever ball touches the paddle, the score will change. My variable, we should make remember to change the variable to score here. Once again I'll show that there is a block called change variable. Okay, from where you are getting it? Variable. Initially when we go to variable and we made a new variable which is nothing but score. Okay, I'll show that once again. Say goal. I will start to see two goal variables here. I just select goal only for time being. You are seeing the goal here, and we wanted to increase the score whenever the ball touches the slider, right? So we already have a block of codes that is showing the same thing. We already had a just now made a sound whenever slider touches the ball, make a sound. So just under that I am adding a new block. It's called change score by 1. So in here, since goal is visible here, make this score by goal. Okay, so each time the ball touches the slider, the score will increase by 1. Let's see this. See, sound is also coming, and you can see the score is increasing 2 numbers and all. It is because it is touching 2 times. See, it is increased to 21. That is happening because there is a problem in our code. What is the problem is that there is a provision, there is a loophole of making this ball touching this multiple times. So the moment it touches the slider, let's make sure that it moves also. It moves 10 steps. I think by doing this, this problem should be sorted. You can see the progress there, but there are some problems are there. Let me see your comments once. Excellent, Anna, excellent. Prime game, you can change your sound also. You can even record your own sound also. You just have to go to sound and say if there is a sound over here available, you can go here and you can choose. A lot of sounds are here. take this sound. Let's see what sound it comes now. Sorry, it is in a different window. We were in another window. I change the sound in another window. We can change that. Okay, it is not changed yet. I should select the sound. Okay, pop here. I hope you understood that part. I mean, somebody wanted to change the sound. All right. Okay, cool. Let's move forward. But see, here there is a problem. What is the problem? Whenever the game stops also, when I am restarting, the point is counter is not going back to 0. It is supposed to go back to 0, right? Otherwise, what is the point? So that point we have to do now. Okay. So we go to variable, set score to, sorry, in this case set goal to 0. But when it has to happen? When we press the green flag. Green flag is the key we touch to restart it, right? So whenever it touches the green flag, it will start to give 0. Let's see now. See, it started to give the 0 as the score. This is a problem which I was telling you earlier. If the ball is touching here something like this, it will not move. So for that purpose, you can give the value of x, set x to some value you can give here. Okay, set x to this value. Whenever the green flag is clicked, let me put it here. So always it will start from here. Okay, you can see that it is stopped here, right? Now see, it is started from that position. So what was the problem? If the ball is somewhere here, it will not come back quickly. Naturally it won't come. So to change that, what I am doing is this one. I have selected the block called go to x. I found what is the value of x and y. I hope you are all sat for the last class. That's why I am taking this for granted and telling you directly most of the comments. Go to x and y coordinate of this vertical coordinate. I can put it here, run. Still there are some bugs are there that we can see that it is touching the slider multiple times sometimes. Anyway, our main point is that count the point one by one when it is touching the paddle. So those who are done till this point, please let me know. I'm waiting for your comments. At start, do set the score to 0, correct? Alright, right gaming we change the sound. I hope that is already taken care. Alright, perfect. Alright. Now just see that I have added one more steps here. You know that in games we will be having multiple levels, right? I added one more level. There is a possibility of adding a lot of steps here. I made a simple step to show that it has went to next level. How can I do that? We will wait until the score has reached say 10 value or 5 value. At that time it has to go to the next level. Alright, for that there is something called wait until. Let me see that. Okay, this is in control block, wait until, and we need a comparative, right, until it is reaching particular score. So that is available in operators comparison we are doing, right. So this thing we have to drag and drop here, and here we need to put the variable score. It is comparing, operators will be comparing it. So I am going to that score part. Where is the score? In our case it is goal. I am dragging and dropping the goal here. We don't want 50, let me make it 5 or 5. Okay, let it fine. And at that time backdrop should change. Okay, let's change the backdrop now. Here I am moon as the backdrop, and I will add one more backdrop here. Let's say some interesting, yeah, let's go to desert, or let's make it this one. Okay, next backdrop, right, it is coming under looks. What we want to do, when the score is more than 5, go to next backdrop. So switch costume, not this is the one, not costume, we want to change the backdrop. We can have n number of backdrops, so just go to next backdrop. Let's see how it is playing now. I got score 5 now. Okay, sorry, did not go. Let me check what is the issue. All right, let's start now. Oh, sorry, I gave a command next costume and I was expecting the backdrop to change. I'm really sorry. You have to select next backdrop here. Let's see how it is working. Did the backdrop change? I haven't noticed, sorry. Okay, we are starting with the moon. Let's see what is happening. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is not moving. Oh, sorry. Here I made another mistake. Can anybody tell me what is the mistake I made? Here there is a mistake. It is saying goal is less than 5. It should be greater than 5, right? I took a wrong command over there. I need to select greater than. Goal is in variable. The goal is greater than 5. It should happen. Let's see now what is happening. Yes, the moment it crossed 6, backdrop has changed. Yes, Ulas. Thank you, Ulas. Okay, so can everyone finish till this point and let me know? Please let me know once you all are done. Okay, Prime Gaming, good. Anurag, thank you. Ayush, done. All right, guys, great. Anyone else? How many viewers are there right now? Only 10 are there. I don't know, I think a message is not reached to everybody, even though it was passed. Prime Gaming, Anurag plays. How come you came to know about this workshop, today's workshop? Can you tell me the source of your information for today's workshop? Last day we had a good number of attendance. Things went well also. Ayush, Prime Game, Anurag, could you tell the source of the information of today's workshop? Whether it was informed by your teacher or you got to know from the, okay, you got the notification from the YouTube. Okay, and thank you. Ayush, Prime Gaming, can you confirm? Okay. Okay, those who got it from the YouTube only, you got to know. Okay, your community. So only the source of information only from YouTube. That's why people got missed, it seems. Message was passed, somehow it seems it is not reached all the audiences. Fine, that's all right. For the next week, we'll have some more exciting things. And before next session, I mean, hereafter every Saturday we'll be having the session at 6 o'clock itself. And I'll be explaining, there will be a video about the various competition which you can participate now. That also I'll be posting in the YouTube channel itself, so that you can get to know and you can participate. You can see, understand and start participating. And in today's under today's post, I'll be posting. Okay, and fine, I got it. Okay, Prime Gaming, got it. Fine. There are some competitions are there, some national level and international level. I'll post the information about that also in the community feed or post, and or maybe some videos as well. You can exploring that one. Second one, I'll post some of the, so there was one competition called Code to Learn. It was conducted by Google, and it was like 2018 or 19, I think. It was the first time we did, we encouraged students to participate. After that, our focus was on the robotics part. And in that national level competition, 3 of our students won national level competition, third, second and all they won. And I think you guys are having good potential to win national and international level competition in Scratch. Yes, maybe some of you might have missed it. So I want you to participate and win, at least participate. That itself is a great thing. You'll get to learn a lot of stuff. And soon we will expand our channel with some other interesting stuff like robotics content, as well as MIT App Inventor, using which we will be making some apps also. And based on your suggestion, we will try to include other stuffs as well. As of now, these 3 things are in our pipeline: Scratch, MIT App Inventor, robotics sessions, and based on request, we can think about Python classes as well. All right. And that is all I am planned for this session. We concluded that much. I'll be posting that. Yes, Prime Gaming, you have good potential, correct. In which grade you are studying, Prime Gaming? Ayush, Prime Gaming and Anurag, are you there? In which grade you are studying? Alright guys, then we will wind up today's session. Yes, Prime Gaming, I will put the information how to participate and all from the website itself. You will get to know. Those are all self-explanatory, but if you need any help, we are there to help you. No worries. Okay, Anurag, you are from grade 7. Great. Prime Gaming is from at grade 8. Ayush is from 7, and yeah, great. Already, Anurag, great. Then you can do a lot of stuff in the world of programming. Your base must be very strong. Okay, we will have some challenges also in the next class, and we'll take it up. Alright, that's all for today's session. Have a nice night, sleep well, and tomorrow is Sunday coming. Play well, enjoy well. Bye bye.